Away second was Alabama, followed by Michigan State and Oregon to round out the top four. I know we're just starting here, but Shannon, do you agree with the top four right now?
I do. Alabama being at 2, I think their loss is as impressive as anybody below them win. Texas A&M is number 14. They beat Ole Miss. I think they're the 16th team right now, skipped by 20. They beat Mississippi State, I think the 17th team, by 40. They beat a top 10 team at the time in Florida on the road. I look at Oklahoma, Skip. You can't have a comeback win against Kansas, almost lose to Tulane at a neutral site because of the hurricane that happened, and so Tulane was displaced. 3-6 Nebraska by 7. West Virginia, a walk-off field goal, beat Texas, but Texas isn't very good. So for me, I got no problem with this. Georgia, unanimous, should have been the unanimous number 1 selection. Alabama, I can live with that. What Michigan State has been able to do, especially being able to beat Michigan at home. And I'm okay with Oregon. Oregon went on the road and beat an Ohio State team. That's very good. I think they're going to probably win the Big Ten. It's going to be interesting to see how they match up with Michigan State because we know Michigan State can play defense. They can run the football. So that's going to be a very interesting matchup. Skip, I don't have a problem with this. I think the thing is, and people are like, well, Oklahoma is winning. But in this scenario, Skip, how you win is as impressive, is as important as that you won.
That is true. So, I agree.
So you beating the team, you beating Nebraska, they want you to beat Nebraska by 28. They want you to beat Kansas by 40. They want you to beat Tulane, Skip. I think they've only won 1 game. They need you to beat these teams by 25 instead of having, to struggle throughout the course of the ball game when winning on a walk-off field goal, getting a heroic play from Caleb Williams against Kansas and winning that game, Skip. So I have no problem with the rankings as they come out. Now, it's early. Skip, we know Alabama still has to go to Auburn. If they win that game, they got the SEC championship with Georgia. So they got a lot of things. This thing's going to play out. I don't think anybody's going to beat Georgia. If Alabama make the SEC championship game, Georgia's going to be favored in that ball game.
Oh,
their defense is sensational.
You done?
I'm done.
My turn. First of all, Alabama did lose at Texas A&M.
Yes.
And at that point, they lost to the second-string quarterback because Zach Calzada had just taken over, and he goes 21 of 31 for 285 and 3 touchdowns against Nick Saban's defense. 41-38 home team.
Yes.
So it is a big L on your resume. And Oregon made it after going up to Stanford, or going down actually to Stanford, and losing 31-24 in overtime, but they did lose.
Right.
Okay, so I can't get around that.
Right.
So now to the only 9-0 team in the country, my Oklahoma Sooners.
Yeah.
And before I launch on this, I want to make the point that as diehard as I am, when Jason White was our quarterback taking us to the national championship game, I said on TV he cannot play in the NFL, and he could not even make a squad.
Right.
When Sam Bradford was our quarterback, doing great things, putting up incredible numbers, dart thrower numbers, I said, he's too fragile. I just don't like him. I wouldn't draft him. I don't know how long he can last in the league. And what happened? That happened. Obviously, I love Baker. I really loved Kyler. And I liked Jalen a lot. And yet, this kid, Caleb Williams, he is special. I already see more special than any of those 3 I just spoke of.
He ain't more special than Kyler.
Just wait. You have no idea what you're talking about. Have you watched what's happening?
Oh, my goodness.
Have you watched 14 touchdowns to only 1 interception? Have you watched 4 rush touchdowns already? Have you watched a QBR of 96 so far, scale of 0 to 100? And you say, eye test, it was Spencer Rattler, all those games you talked about, and they were horrendously bad. I got it. Everything changed.
You said Spencer Rattler will win the Heisman.
Again, he was was he not the favorite?
Yeah.
Was he not Todd McShay's number 1 overall pick before the year started? I believe Mel had him second on his big board to start the year. Yeah. And then what happened? He lost it, man. And I told you on TV a couple of times. I said he has lost his poise, his confidence. He's lost his way.
Right.
And all of a sudden, I knew Caleb Williams was special because he was the number one dual threat quarterback a year ago.
Right.
But he did not play a single game of high school football his last year because of COVID.
Right.
And all of a sudden, in his first road start, he did struggle after the Texas game,
right.
which he comes in, they're down 28-7 against Texas. It's the Red River rivalry.
Right.
It is hard, man,
right.
because they're playing out of their gourds to beat Oklahoma. And he took the game over in ways I don't think in all my years watching that big Red River rivalry, I've never seen anybody take over a game the way this kid did.
Didn't Caleb Williams start against Nebraska?
No, he did not.
Okay, what about Kansas?
Yeah, I just said that's his first road start, and so they struggled in the first half. And then what happened in the second half?
They still struggled.
They put up 35 points, and he saved that. Can we see that play again? I've never seen this play before. I've never seen. You want to talk
against Kansas?
You want to talk about having presence of mind?
Yes.
To say, oh, I'll just take this ball and I'll run for the first down. And there was another fourth down play where he ran for it, and I thought he was trapped for a 5-yard loss, and he beat 3 Jayhawks to make the first down. So let me ask you a question. Okay, and then he comes back last week and throws 6 touchdown passes against Texas Tech.
And they fired the coach.
Okay, well, they're not bad.
They are bad. Okay. So why would they fire the coach if they're not bad?
I don't know. Well, ask Lincoln Riley because he blasted him for firing the coach, and he went there. Mm-hmm. Okay? He threw 6 touchdown passes. We're seeing some of them right now.
Wow, against Texas Tech. Wow.
He has got a rocket arm.
So where's Tech? If you don't mind me asking, Skip, all the teams that you're talking about that they beat, can you tell me their rankings?
What's your eye test tell you?
No, I'm just asking what's their rankings.
Hey, he can run and he can sling.
Skip, this
he
is not,
can run
Skip,
and sling.
This is not about
Look at this.
This is not about the Heisman.
Look at this.
This is not about the Heisman.
What's your eye test tell you?
This is not about the Heisman.
Shannon Sharp, this is the best player in America right now. You're seeing him live and in color right there.
I'm asking you. Can you tell me the team that they beat?
Crimson and cream, live and in color.
I'm just asking you.
Woo!
I'm just asking you. I get all that. That was some great throws.
Special.
Other than Texas, can you tell me the team that they beat that have been ranked at the time they beat them?
Okay, well, all I care about is what's about to happen because after a week off, they get to go to Baylor, which is ranked 12th. And then they get to go, after a week against Iowa State, they get to go to Oklahoma State, which is now ranked 11th. They got it all right before them. And you said, but you predicted before the year that Iowa State would beat Oklahoma. So we got that on record. We got it on tape here. So we got 3 chances to prove, including a 4th chance against one of these teams, obviously, in the Big 12 championship game. So before all is said and done, we're going to have lots of chances to show you who we really are. Okay. Because he has changed the way my team plays football.
I get all that.
Changed.
And guess what?
They're different now.
Alabama, Georgia, all these teams will get an opportunity to show. But right now, we're talking about right now. Nobody thinks, other than you, that Oklahoma is a top 4 team.
I don't know. I think some people do think that.
Clearly not.
Yeah.
Where were they ranked?
Well, not on the committee.
Okay.
But I think people around the country say, and you know what? There is something to be said for winning every game. There is something to be said. For going 9-0. Something was happening pre-Caleb.
Not when you play in junior college. There's nothing to be said.
Okay.
Remember, that's what you just said. You said LeBron beat a G League team.
Well, he did.
So what's Tulane? How many games have Tulane won?
They're terrible.
Oh, what about Nebraska?
Yeah.
They probably going to fire their coach.
Bad. They play everybody.
You think Scott Frost has a job next year?
I don't know.
So that'd be 3 teams. Hold on. That's going to be 3 teams that they played that have lost their coach.
Yep, with Spencer Rattler. Okay, right? All right.
Alabama. Look what Alabama got to run through the gauntlet. You know what we're going to find out? In about 3 years, we're going to find out just how good your team is because they'll be in the SEC. And we won't have to speculate if they played Alabama's schedule, what their record would be. Because they're going to have to play Bama. They're going to have to play the Georgias. They're going to have to play the Floridas. They're going to have to play.
You got it backward. They're going to have to play us.
Hold on. If I'm not mistaken, you're joining the SEC. The power, y'all came to see us. Y'all come to see us.
Yep.
That little conference. Come on, Skip.
Now I'm going to have divided loyalties here. I'm going to have split personality because I'm going to have to watch Oklahoma play Vanderbilt, right?
You know what? First of all, y'all just collecting checks in the SEC. You know that, and I know that. Because y'all don't do anything in football. Y'all doormat. Y'all, everybody's homecoming. I've never seen a team open the season up as a homecoming. The first game of the season, y'all somebody homecoming. Y'all are homecoming 10 times. You shouldn't get tired of being people's homecoming.
We got a brand new coach, and we almost beat South Carolina, and then we almost beat Missouri. We almost beat them. Very close.
You just told me there's something to say about winning.
And all we have is the best baseball program in America. Did you see Dansby Swanson last night, the starting shortstop for the Atlanta Braves, former first overall pick in the draft out of Vanderbilt University?
Yeah.
How about that?
Okay, I get all that, Skip.
Thank you.
But what they got to do with your football team?
Well,
When are y'all going to be ranked in football?
We'll come back.
When are y'all going to be ranked
Under
in football?
James Franklin, we were always pretty good.
Yeah.
We went to a bunch of bowl games.
I do
How y'all
appreciate
do?
your support for Vanderbilt. Like, you always believe in them, and you know what?
They collected a check, Jenny.
You know, they're going to get there. But I do enjoy this conversation, and hopefully I'll be able to